Hey guys, and welcome into today's video. We're just going to do a quick update. I've got 15 minutes before I have to run out the door, so I'm going to try and get through a chart update on a few of our favourite stocks. We're going to quickly look into Alpp. I did a video yesterday on NEO and the technicals of where I see NEO going, so if you haven't seen that video, then check that out. I will link it above now for you guys. And also we're going to look at two new stocks I haven't talked about for a very long time on the channel, because one of them is at a major area of support right now and another is having some area of interest for me as a long-term investor, because I see that this is the start of a new revolution that can change the world, and a new revolution that has just started that is going to take off very soon. So guys, if you are new, then welcome to this channel. Like I said, my name is Jason. Go down there, do me a favor and smash that subscribe button for me, and welcome to this channel of investors. And also don't forget to hit that like button if you find value at any point during this video. Quick plug, if you would like to join our private Patreon, then I will leave a link below. We've been doing extremely well this year and all of our trades are now up about 40 to 100%. So let's dive without further ado into some of the charts, and we're going to start with Alpp. So guys, welcome into the charts. We are on tradingview.com, a website that I use to update all of the technicals when I'm reading my chart analysis. We are on Alpp and we are on the daily candle. We can see, guys, that we had that big spike up with Nasdaq with the announcement, and we have now come back down to a more reasonable level, and we have approached around the $3.56 mark, which is where we closed on Friday, roughly around that 21-day moving average. So what do I expect to happen from here? Well guys, now that we are at the 50 on the RSI, this goes to show me that we are in fact at an area of support. So we will probably see some form of bounce today, and once we do in fact have a curl up, I do expect more selling potentially if we do not have any more news or catalysts, right back down to where this 150-day moving averages are, because stocks always like to test down and retouch their 150-day moving averages. Now if we do get this, guys, that means that Alpine is due to come back down for a pullback around that $3 price range, and that is going to potentially be a new place where we may in fact add to our positions. Now again, if you would like information as to when I am buying and selling this stock directly and where I see it going from here, then be sure to join the private Patreon with a link below, because all of my Patreons, guys, will have a full update for when I am in fact entering into this stock and where I see this stock going in the short and also the long term. But what I do, like I said, I love to use the technicals as a valuation metric when I am in fact trading, and when it is around the 50 on the RSI, guys, this can show me that when we are above it, this is now going to be an area of support. So let's jump down onto two stocks that I really want to talk about, because one of those stocks has been selling off this year quite dramatically, and that stock is a CRISPR Therapeutics. Now if you guys haven't seen the documentary on Netflix, which is called Human Nature, then I would suggest watching it. It's all about how CRISPR Therapeutics are using their DNA sequencing right now to cure pediatric blindness around the world, and how they are working with the genomic revolution. It is a very fascinating high-tech documentary, which I absolutely loved. And again, right now we have seen a massive pullback from that share price of around $220 at its all-time high when we did in fact start this year off, and we are now approaching, you know, around that $95 price range. We can see that this is a very clear area of support, because we have tested down here many times before, and when this was an area of resistance back in August in 2020, this has now acted as a floor support. So this is going to show me, guys, that right now we are at an area of interest where a lot of people potentially will be buying into this stock, providing there is no bad further catalyst which will push this share price down, where we will have a lot of short-term aggressive selling. Right now, you can also see that we are below the 50 on the RSI, which tells me that we are in bear territory, and we also are below those 100, 250-day moving averages. So this goes to show me that we could have a continuation or sell-off. But why I like this is because we have now hit support. We have tested here before we had a bounce, and this is now showing me a second confirmation. So if we do start to in fact bounce up here and the RSI touches that 30 and bounces off, I would expect a recovery all the way up to that 50-day moving average, which hopefully will give us a nice 15% return. This should be some easy money to swing, guys, because once CRISPR do in fact come back up and retouch that 50, that is going to allow us about a 15% upside. So this is a stock, guys, to add to your watch list, to add to your radar. And if you are someone that is very bullish on the genomic revolution moving forward, then this stock could have some massive catalysts over the next 5 years, and again moving over the next decade. I really do believe in the future of CRISPR Therapeutics, especially after watching that documentary that I did get to watch on Netflix. It is very, very interesting. So make sure to go and check that out. As you guys know, I always love to provide as much value as I can to you guys. So make sure, if you haven't already, to go down there and smash that like button for me. So guys, that is what I'm doing with CRISPR Therapeutics. I do think that this is a very nice place to potentially throw onto our radar. Now, the next stock that I want to talk about, which is a stock I rarely talk about on this channel, is in fact Lucid Motors, because this is in a market, guys, that is accelerating absolutely enormously right now. Electrical vehicles are just at the start of the S-curve. If we look at this on a graph, guys, we are just about here. This is 2021, and you know, as we move through the next 5 years, 2023 and 2024, and as we come into 2025, guys, we are going to see a massive shift into electrical vehicles, and that is going to be 40 million units sold around the world every single year. And right now we are only at about 2.5 to 3.5 million. So this is a massive increase, guys, in electrical vehicles sold around the world. And one company that is due to, you know, capitalize from this shift is going to be the Lucid Motors Group. Now, this stock did actually come on an IPO and had some absolutely stellar run up to $65. It has since sold off, and it has been an area of consolidation now for several months. And as we can see, we are now touching that 50-day moving average, which is acting as a support. We are now in bullish territory, and the volumes have started to calm down to a nice appropriate level where we're not getting those big spikes or hype and lots of selling, which is exactly what I want to avoid as a long-term investor. Now, if this stock does continue to push down and it does come below that 50-day moving average, and we do approach the area of 20, then this could be a nice place, guys, to load the boat, because again, moving forward, I do believe in the future of electrical vehicles, and this company are set to dominate, especially now that we have seen some new tweets out on Twitter coming from their supply chain. They have actually opened up their factory for some deliveries, which is some very, very good news. So moving forward, if we see a shift into that electrical vehicle dominance, this company over the next year should hopefully start to see those numbers grow. And then again, because they are one of the only manufacturers in the world right now that are able to come into the US and have their own plant like Tesla, this company could do extremely well. So we will just have to wait and see how that plays out. Again, there is a lot of skepticism against this company, so we have to then do our background research and our due diligence and use those valuation metrics on the trading charts, just like we are doing here, to see when is the best place for entry. But I do believe that this stock is due to break out of this area of consolidation soon. And again, some nice places to load the boat are below that area of $20, because once typically we have come down here many times before, we do typically see a bounce back towards that $30 price range, which would see us, guys, with anywhere between a 50 and 70% upside. So this is a stock right now to add potentially to your radar. Keep this one close by and look for any selling. So right now, like I said, that is the update on ALPP. Again, one of our channel favorite stocks to add in that CRISPR Therapeutics and also that Lucid Motors Group, a stock that I rarely talk about on this channel. Again, if you would like any updates or information into any other stocks, then be sure to join the link to the private Patreon below and have a binge on my channel, because I cover a ton of stocks right now and a ton of blue chip, you know, stocks have recently sold off in the market, and there is a ton of opportunities around us all the time in the markets, guys. So guys, I hope you did enjoy this video, and I look forward to seeing you guys back on my channel soon for some more content on investing. Stay safe, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Ciao.